Thoughts of being back here in Morgantown? What does this mean to you?
Pretty fun. I've never been back to this before. It's always, I kind of race for a living. So I'm always in Michigan, Western Ohio during this time of the year. But, this year I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania tomorrow and Bedford on Sunday. So it's pretty fun to be around the guys and just be a part of, West Virginia University again.
As far as your career goes these days, what are you up to?
Just racing cars. That's all. My brother and my nephew have, raced asphalt up in Sprint Cup for a little bit. So no, I just race sprint cars all around this part of the country, and that's it. I don't know. I wasn't. My major was physical education, but really my major was racing. That's what we were involved in our whole lives with our family. So just like any family that goes into something, if my dad was a dentist, I'd probably be a dentist, but it's a little bit funner being a race car driver.
So you got the Sweet 16 shirt on. How closely do you watch the Mountaineers these days?
Still a lot. It's fun with all the ESPNs, sports channels, Fox Sports. You can see them 15, 20 times a year. Back when I was playing, we'd be on maybe 3 times a year, national TV, but really fun to be a part of, watching it. And the Big 12 is so good and so competitive. Great games, and Hugs is a good guy, and to watch him, the team progress last year was pretty fun.
When's the last time you played any pickup basketball?
It's been a long time. My knees I think I've had reconstructive on both knees, so it really doesn't, pain and play and enjoyment is not there anymore. So more frustrating than anything if I played, but yeah, it's been a long time. I could still go shoot a little bit, but you'd have to stand back about 10 feet. I could get the shot off, but still watch the game and enjoy the game, and it was a big part of my life. But fun to be a part of this. But yeah, my days have been over for a while.
Doesn't hurt to push the gas pedal, all right?
Nah, legs are good. I can work the gas pedal, work the brake pedal, but yeah, those things have got me through. But yeah, basketball days are done. But hey, I did way more with basketball than I thought I would ever do, and now racing it's enjoyable. And it seemed like 10 years ago I was at college and look back on it, and it's about 30, so it goes quick.
You mentioned both of them. Which is more important, the gas or the brake pedal?
Depends on the racetrack. A lot of times the gas pedal early, a lot of times the brake pedal late. So my age now, I'm a little bit more patient. I'm more on the brake than I am the gas.
You're relatively in one piece.
Yeah, really am.
And you've done a lot of miles of going round and round and round.
Yeah, for sure. I've made a lot of laps, and you can get hurt pretty easily in those cars. But I've been pretty fortunate. Broke an ankle one time and 1 concussion. So you never know from day to day, but it is what it is.
I remember talking to you, I think it was like right after maybe you had been announced into the Hall of Fame here, and you had kind of said that basketball was kind of not a forced decision upon you, but there wasn't enough money for another race car when you were a kid at that time, and so it was, you kind of followed your heart into basketball thinking that you would eventually get back into racing later. I'm just kind of wondering, was that a tough decision at that time, or?
No, yeah, there was 2 things involved in my life that I knew I was going to do: play basketball and race. And eventually I was going to race a car. My 4 years here, when I got in my car and left the Coliseum and went to my apartment, I raced. Yeah. So it was a part of my life, and I always was dreaming to do it, and finally was able to. But no, basketball, I got a great education, met a lot of great people, saw a lot of great things, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. But yeah, when I was 18 years old and they put it on the table, what do you want to do? I've been racing cars.
Any speeding tickets while you were at school here?
There was a ton until I started racing, and now I don't get any.
You learned something by racing then.
Yes. Yeah, before I started racing, that was my race on the road, but now that's not my race.
When you step back and look at everything that's happened with this WVU program, this practice facility and changes to the Coliseum, do you kind of sit back kind of in amazement at everything that's changed?
Yeah, the future's the future, and tons of change. I come to the university itself and just look around. There was fields, and now there's buildings, and where Dick's Sporting Goods is. There was nothing up there. So evolution is evolution, but it's a great facility. Gives the kids a great opportunity to improve their game and improve their life. And I was fortunate to. We were around a lot of great people, but to have this stuff here when I played, it would have been pretty neat.
All I'm missing here is a track, isn't it? All I'm missing here is a track.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's it. I mean, you could definitely put a racetrack in here somewhere.
And I would think it would go over pretty good, don't you think?
Probably would. Yeah.
Think you could have played for Hugs, and what's it been like to get to know him over the years?
Yeah, I think I could have. I mean, Coach Catlett was tough. But yeah, most definitely. I mean, if you're playing hard and getting after it and giving all you can do, yeah, you can play for that guy. And I would have loved to have played for him. I mean, he would have definitely made you better and made you, a better player, for sure.